come with me to fly for 16 hours in economy and see what it's really like for someone like me who just can't sleep on planes. I'll also share a lot of tips you need to know if you also have a longer flight in the future. 8 more hours to go. Nighttime. Hopefully I will be able to sleep because tomorrow I have to drive a lot. I did not sleep for 1 minute. It has been 13 hours and a half. Trying for the first time to drive on the left side. Good morning everyone at 10 p.m. because we are on the New Zealand time zone since 2 weeks ago, and today we are having a 16 I think or 15-hour flight, which will be interesting. I already look insanely tired, so I think that will go interesting, let's say. We explored Doha, so we arrived pretty late at home. We only slept 5 hours and a half. Anyways, I really recommend you to switch your time zone if you can 1 week ahead your trip, because it will feel so much better. And I will show you how this flight goes for us and how incredibly tired we will be. And we are taking 2 metros right now. We have to walk 15 minutes to arrive at the Doha airport. So let's see how that goes. So as I already told you, I recommend you to switch the time zone ahead of your trip. But it is really weird because for almost 2 weeks we woke up to darkness, and we were awake during light time, and that was really weird for our bodies. I would do it again only if traveling to such distant places. Here is the National Museum again. If you want to see us explore Doha, make sure you watch my previous 2 videos. Also, don't forget to like this video and to subscribe in order not to miss our New Zealand adventure. We are now at the metro and we are going to this station to change to the red line. You can also change to the green line if you need to. And you can see over there how often they come. And the metro station here is so nice and clean. I've also said it before in my previous video, but how clean this city is just insane. And look at the metro, it was like entering a classic living room. But anyways, we stayed in front of the metro and we could see how it was going to our airport terminal, which was pretty fun to watch. It was a really pretty short ride until we arrived at the airport. We went inside the lounge, and this is my first tip if you are traveling pretty often. I recommend you to check different banks if they offer credit cards with benefits, because for example we have a credit card that will allow us to enter in a lot of lounges for free, which is pretty cool. Anyways, you can see that we are in the plane and we have to do almost 15,000 kilometers, which is just crazy. So it's just insane to think about it. I will give you a little spoiler alert and tell you that we made it, but it was so difficult. Anyways, a really cool thing about this plane is that we had cameras from above the plane, from below the plane. Anyways, you can see a little bit around the colors, our pillows, and now you can see me and Mike. We were all happy and not that tired, but trust me, that will change in a few hours. So stick with me and you will see how fast it will hit us and how difficult actually such a long flight is. Anyways, you can see right now the takeoff. After 1 hour, enjoying some champagne and some mango juice. We are going over the ocean, I think, until Australia, which is insane. So at this point dinner was served, but I was so hungry that I just ate it all without filming. I'm sorry about that, but you can see the empty boxes and just imagine the food that was there, I guess. But anyways, you can see our first sunrise in this plane, and this is crazy because we are going to see a second sunrise in the same flight. So basically, when you see 2 sunrises and 1 sunset in just 1 flight, flight, you know it feels like forever. And I'm really curious at this point, did you ever fly for like longer than 12 hours? If yes, leave a comment down below telling me how many hours your flight had and how you handled it. But anyways, shortly I will also tell you a few tips on how to survive on such a long flight. And anyways, you saw me making a 3 sign, which probably means that we have been flying for 3 hours and I looked decently okay. Mike was already sleeping, as did most of the plane, which was pretty sad for me because I've always had problems with sleeping on a plane. If you are also like me, you know how frustrating it can be when everybody around you just falls asleep super quickly and then you are the only one awake. But yeah, let's see how that goes. So it's been 4 hours and a half and we've had some turbulences in the past 10 minutes or so, but the flight has been pretty smooth other than that, so that's nice. And I'm still not very tired, but it's daytime in New Zealand, so that's kind of normal, I guess. As of this moment, we have 11 more hours to go, and I will just start telling you some tips on how to resist on such a long flight. The first and the most important tip is to do one thing at a time. You can see that I was playing a lot with that live map to see where we were. For example, I will show you a little bit on the screen what you can do with the tablet of Qatar Airways, and honestly most of the planes that have long flights will have such a tablet, so you will always have a lot of things to do from here. So for example, you can see a list of movies, and if you are for example watching a movie, don't do anything else at the same time, just watch the movie, and if you want to do anything else, just pause the movie. This will make time move a lot slower. Just try to do everything slow. So for example, if you are playing something, because you can see now on the screen there are also a few games, just make sure you play slowly and relaxed, and then you can switch between a lot of activities. You can stay for half an hour watching a movie, for half an hour playing something, and trust me, time will go a lot faster. But anyways, you can see that we were really close to Sri Lanka, and then just 2 hours later we are getting closer and closer to Australia. But this country is so huge that we still had so many more hours to fly until we just left Australia. In the meantime, we were getting some drinks and snacks, finally. 7 hours and a half done, 8 more hours to go, and we have some lunch snack with chicken or vegetable you can choose, and some drinks again. I got so much water this flight, and I also recommend you to do that. You have to stay hydrated on a long flight. We have officially done 9 hours and we have almost 7 more hours to go, and I'm starting to be a little bit tired because in New Zealand right now it's 11 or 10 p.m. so it's getting close to nighttime, but I usually can't sleep in planes. If you have any hacks for that, please let me know because I really struggle with this, and so far it's good, but hopefully I will be able to sleep because tomorrow I have to drive a lot, so I will let you know how that goes. So this is the moment when my boredom started to kick in and I was just done with this flight. I wanted to get off, to just arrive already, and Mike was just enjoying learning a little bit of chess. Pretty cool. It's been almost 10 hours and it's still not our record. Our record is 12 hours and a half, I think, to Panama from Istanbul, and I'm starting to be tired. My next tips for your well-being on longer flights is, again, you need to drink as much water as you can. Every time the cabin crew passes with drinks, you can get even 2 glasses of water or bottles of water, and just go as much as possible to get even more water from them, because it is a real danger to your body if you are not well hydrated during long flights. And then you can get some compression socks socks. They help a lot and they prevent blood clots, which sadly can happen on such long flights. But try to talk to a doctor before maybe, because on my flight to Panama I got compression socks and I don't know why, but for me it was a lot worse. So for example, on this flight to New Zealand it was pretty okay because I didn't wear them, but to Panama my feet were super swollen, so I'm not sure why. Maybe they are not for everybody, but talk to your doctor because a lot of people recommend them. 12 hours done, 3 and 45 left. I did not sleep for 1 minute. I am like a zombie. So I probably already look worse. So it has been 13 hours and a half. We have 2 more hours and I am super tired. I managed to sleep for 1 hour and right now food is being served, so we are soon going to eat dinner and then probably a little bit more and we'll land to Auckland. So here is our breakfast. I keep forgetting of filming before almost finishing the food, and we have 1 hour and 40 minutes more until we arrive. As you can see, we're so close to New Zealand. Yay! Anyways, I forgot to mention that I was filming earlier the second sunrise of the day, which was pretty beautiful and cool. Anyways, we are getting super close to New Zealand, less than 1 hour to go, and I was feeling like a zombie and at that point my brain was not functioning anymore, but you can see that I was preparing for landing with some gum, with a nose spray, also for my ears, because otherwise sometimes my ears would hurt so much if I don't use these things. And now on the screen you can see that we were both so tired, but Mike was a little bit better than me because he managed to get a few hours of sleep and he was again enjoying a bit of chess. So right now I want to ask you, what type of flyer are you? So on such long flights, can you sleep the entire flight, or what hacks do you have when flying for so long? What do you do to make it better? Leave it down below in the comments. Maybe you will help some other travelers and make their flight a little bit easier. I have already told you my tips. For me it is pretty miserable, but anyways, look at the camera. We are above New Zealand. We are seeing the beautiful lights from below the airplane, and you will soon also hear the landing. After 16 long hours, we are finally reaching the ground, and I was so happy, but also so scared because I have to drive for 3.5 hours, and I will show you in the next vlog how that goes because it will be super funny. But anyways, enjoy our landing because it was really a joyful moment to finally land. So finally, welcome to New Zealand, and this will be one of the most incredible experiences of my life. This is filmed 11 months ago, so I'm telling you that this will be the best vlogs I've ever posted until now. New Zealand has been just incredible, and I promise you I will convince you to visit New Zealand if you will want to watch my vlogs, because we did so many incredible things. We also saw some places that you can see just in New Zealand, and we will also explore for 3 weeks Australia too. So make sure you subscribe if you're curious about our adventure there, but trust me, it will be just incredible. So make sure you subscribe and you also like this video if you found it useful. And I am so happy that we are finally in Auckland. Okay guys, we have arrived in Auckland. I am feeling so weird. I managed to sleep only 1 hour of the 16 hours of flying. And we are trying for the first time to drive on the left side. I mean, Mike already did it a lot of times. I never did it. This was not our plan, but our international driving license did not came in time, even if it should have. But only mine came one day before we departed from from home. And here I am trying to drive on the left side. I'm a bit scared. At home I'm a good driver, but I am already so confused. And anyways, we are doing all wrong here. We don't even know how to start this car. We are wondering if we are stupid at the moment. So let me show you. So basically, like, here is the key, and like, I don't know, should we get this away? Like, there is nothing over here, nothing anywhere. There's a key. Okay, we are not stupid, we are just insanely tired, but thanks to this video I managed to find it. So let's see how this goes. I am scared. Look at this, guys. Even the car tells me that I'm not ready to drive. So funny. We are now connecting to the phone, and then we'll go to the grocery store and drive for 3 hours. So no pressure. I could say that my anxiety is pretty high. Oh my god.
Okay, here's the key.
It looked so easy when you did it in UK.
It is easy.
Okay. Whee. Yes, I am good at it. It's
Bravo.
fine.
Venga.
Nadia?
Yeah.
Why do I have to drive? I have to, if we want to explore anything. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it and also to subscribe. And here starts one of the best adventures of my life, which is our beautiful trip to New Zealand and Australia. See you in the next video. Bye bye!